Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Cockerel, Tuesday, the 17th of December, 4 o'clock. Gone 4 o'clock. Gone 4 o'clock. Time for results show for the week. I hope everyone's well. I'm sorry I'm late, but there was a few errands that I needed to run, which I'd forgotten about. Remembered last minute, went and ran them. Got back, now knackered. But I hope everyone's well. Let's see who's here, because I did put a message out. Did ask a question because I saw some of you were here waiting as I was coming back. You got Graham's here. Says afternoon, host. I hope you're well. I am well. Cuba, grand elevations, everyone. Thank God for the South African League this week. Half my points from just one game. Big up Supersport FC. Is that true, Cuba? Possibly. I'm not sure. Jimmy Hotspur. Big up Jose in chat. Good afternoon. Hope you're enjoying your extended break. Yes, only just started the break. But there's lots and lots to get done. I've asked you all, how did you get on? Ryan's here, says good afternoon, Jose. Good afternoon, Ryan. Ryan says, I think I've got 8 points. Did you get 8 points, Ryan? You certainly did, mate. Spurs, Adrian, Jose, mate, it's showtime. Get off the deck chair and put that sickly cocktail aside. Oh, I wish all them things were done on Saturday, not today. People saying hello, each other. Mikey Romero's here. Mikey Romero says, afternoon all. Hope everyone is well. Good afternoon, Mikey. People saying hello, each other again. Jimmy Hotspur says, I think I got 8 points. Mr. Jimmy Hotspur, did you get 8? If you did, I'll tell you. If you didn't, then I won't. I'll tell you. I deny all knowledge. Yes, mate, you did get 8 points. Spurs GCC says, my wife is watching some. I just need Jose to confirm if I'm above average. Colin's here. Big love to everyone. Good afternoon, Colin. Thank you very much for getting that done for me, mate. Much appreciated. I saw your messages coming through, but I was out running errands, hence why I was late. But thank you very much. And you all sound like Peter Gagaitis is here. Good morning, Peter. Says hi all, 3:15 a.m. in Melbourne even. Good morning to you, Peter. I hope you're well. Mike Romero says he's doing all well. He's doing well. He's halfway through his working day and he can't complain. Drula's here. She says, afternoon, Jose and the Cockerel crew. Got anyone else to say hello to? You got Ed M says, afternoon, Jose in chat. Richard is here, says hi all. Hi, Richard. How are you, mate? Anyone else got any idea of how they did? There were some right mixed results this week. When I looked at the results on Sunday that occurred on Saturday, I thought, oh my goodness gracious me. They were my thoughts. Oh my goodness. Some people did better than others after the first set of games on the Saturday, but some people, they were going back. Let me see what the workout with the average points are this week. No, do you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go back and we're going to do what we normally do. I'll tell you what the average points in here. We're going to go to the first of our competitions, and that competition is, we will go with Predict the Prem. In Predict the Prem, we have the same leader, but just extended his lead by 19 points. I think Graham had a lead of 14. He's now got a lead of 19 over Destiny and Danny. The Sheriff comes in at 118. So we've got Destiny in second, Danny third. The Sheriff is fourth, previous leader. Hotspurs is down to fifth. Rob Belcher is in sixth. Chris Peters, previous leader, is in seventh. Then you have Ronnie in eighth, Ryan ninth, Nate 10th, Ed M 11th. Kevin Clark, previous leader, is in 12th. Kuva into 13th. Smithy 14th. Alan dropping. Alan's been dropping in this one. He's down to 15th. Neil 16th. Carl 17th. Scott Colliver 18th. Grant and myself on the same points. I've moved up 3 places this week. I'm happy with that. 3 places moved up. And you've got Quez there. Paul G. Johnny Sanchez. Dragon D. Lee Wiz. So on. But Graham has opened up 4 points I think he had, as I said, I think he was 15 points ahead last week. And Graham is now 19 points ahead. So well done, Graham. We're not even halfway through. 160 would have made it 16 weeks, wouldn't it? So we're not even halfway through yet. But he's doing well, Mr. Graham, isn't he? In his so far. He's not doing badly. So that's where we are with Predict the Prem. Let's get back. Predict the Prem. Graham says, I think I had 0 after 4 matches. Guaranteed 5 points from PL. Not a clue what the results were in the bonus games. So Ed M says he got 5 guaranteed points just in the normal games. Ed M, let me find you, Mr. Ed M. You did get 5 points in the Premiership League games. You did. Druda says she had a stinker this week. Ryan G says the bonus games saved him this week. He had an awful week in the Premiership. And Graham says, well, 19 points, still got plenty of time to get into the relegation battle. And then the second game of the week. In this one, we also have Dancer said he had a crap week all round. In the next game that we play, we have same leader as last week. So from top to bottom, 56, you got the harmless potato going up into 56. Colin went up into 52nd. And Destiny's gone up into 51st. And then who do we have? Any movers down here? Sam's gone into 49th. Leo into 46th. Ben into 44th. Steve into 36th. Carl Simpson into 35th. Rob Belcher into 34th. John into 32nd. Graham into 27th. Quite different, these two competitions for Graham. He's in 27th. Scott Colliver's 26th. Robbie has gone into 20th. Lee Wiz into 19th. Ed M into 18th. Matty Kushner, not seen him for a while. Matty, I hope he's well. 17th. Hanno into 16th. Jesse has gone into 15th. Climbing. Kuva's climbed into 12th. Kevin Clark into 10th. David's into 9th. Brendan is into 8th. Blake into 6th. Jamie's climbed into 3rd. Ped has gone up into 2nd. And Ryan is top. But Ryan's not just top. I think he's extended his lead. Well, he must have done because he's got 2 more points than Ped did this week. But I don't remember the gap being that much. Unless someone else. It must have been. No, Jamie's only got 46. He's got 15 more points than him. But wasn't Marlon up there? I think it's Marlon. Marlon dropping down to 5th. I think Marlon was 2nd last week. And with Marlon only picking up 40 points. Yeah, Ryan is. God, what's he got? A 57-point lead. Still early days. There's still, there's a lot of players, including myself, that haven't played any of these chips and double cards and treble captains, and so there's still points to be made. I've got a feeling that Ryan might be one of those that did go early on his triple captain and had Haaland. I think I remember a few of you going early and he scored hat trick. I think Haaland got hat trick in 2 games on the trot, and people did it back then. So well done to you, Ryan. You still stay top. Fantastic. Ryan says the table he wants to see. Marlon has fell off in the last few weeks. I've only used 1 chip so far. Yeah, but I think a lot of you used the triple captain. Oh, Ryan G says he hasn't used his triple captain. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Because I remember a lot of people going early with the triple captain. So that's the only reason why I'm saying it. Got a few people, another couple of people say hello to you. You've got Lord Rodney's come in, and so's Hanno has come in. Lord Rodney, Hanno, how many points did you get this week in the predictions? I'm just about to come up and do them. How many points? How many points did you get in the predictions league, which I'm just about to do? Last week in the predictions league, we had, how many people predicted last week? Top to bottom. We had 57 people predict last week. And out of the 57, The average points for the week are, let me see what the average points. Coach says he reckons he got 5. Right, so the average for this week was 6.7, people. 6.7 was the average for this week. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them 53 people got double figures. So only 10 people out of 53 got double figures. So Hanno says he had a terrible week. Hanno, right, let me just look for Hanno, because Hanno, I met your request. As I've done with everybody else that's asked me requesting games from certain countries. You didn't predict the correct score in the game from that you requested. Interesting. Right. Julie says she got 4 points. Should we have a look? Should we have a look to see what we got this week? Right. Let me go and find these results then. Let's see if people are interested. Right. Let me get rid of the cockerel. Let me get rid of the cockerel. Right. So, first game of the weekend saw Arsenal and Everton draw 0-0. Shock for everyone. Look at the amount of whites in the first 2 games. So Rinketic got a point for a 2-2 draw. Colin got a point for a 1-1 draw. And Chan got a point for a 1-1 draw. And the second game of the week for Liverpool versus Fulham, nobody on the first sheet got a draw. But on the second sheet, we had Vindaloo at a 2-2 draw. Ben Kaufman. Ben is going to be super proud of himself. It's the first green that Ben has got in 2 seasons of playing this game. And it was the only one where he didn't go for an obnoxious result and ended up getting a 2-2 draw. Scored 3 points for that. Peter Kagayas also had a 1-1 draw and scored a point for that. Our next game was Newcastle 4, Leicester 0. You can see a fair few people had an orange, got a point each for their scores there. But no one actually predicted a 4-0 victory. So well done, people, if you scored a point in that game. Next game we had was Wolves 1, Ipswich 2. Unlucky for Ryan that Wolves lost again and got rid of their manager after that game. Tony at Early Doors Football got the 1 point for that. But Vindaloo got that correct score. Mikey Romero got the correct score. Ben scored a point. Ash P also got the correct score. And Leo scored a point. Interesting, the results this weekend, eh? And then we move on to the 5th game of the weekend, which was Brighton 1, Crystal Palace 3. Another result which brought lots of white. But then we had Ben Kaufman got it, away victory. Nick got the away victory. Ash P got the correct result and got 3 points. Peter Kagayas got the away victory. And Rob Belcher got the away victory and therefore scored 3 or 1 points respectively. And then we went to Man City, Man United, which ended up Man City 1, Man United 2. And in this, Potato Stew got the correct score and got a green. Custom Spoons went for the away victory. But then you have a whole raft of people, don't you? After that, you've got Ed M, got the correct result. Alan, Colin, all got the correct score. And Stacey went for the away victory. Then we moved on to Chelsea 2, Brentford 1. And in this one, there's quite a few. There's not many people that didn't get this one wrong, was there? Nah, the majority, I think there was only like one person who didn't predict a home victory. Everyone else predicted a home victory. So everyone scored points in the Chelsea-Brentford game, but the people that bagged the money for the 3 points were Graham, Jimmy Hotspur, Finn Rickwood, Custom Spoons, Side Dancer, Matthew, Nick, Lee Smithy Smith, Rob Belcher, and Grant all predicted the 2-1 victory for Chelsea. And then moving on to the next game, which was Southampton 0, Tottenham 5, which meant another manager lost their position at the weekend. No one predicted the 0-5 victory, but there were quite a few that predicted an away victory. Those that are in white did not predict the away victory at all. So there was a point scored for anyone that was in orange. Anyone in white would have scored 0. And the last game of the weekend in the Premiership was last night, and it ended up Bournemouth 1, West Ham 1. And for this game, person that got that prediction correct was Potato Stew, Rinketic, Vindaloo, Tigaro, Chang, Quez, and Grant Packham. Anyone else, if you've got an orange, it's because you went for a draw of another description and you got a point each. So then we went to the bonus games, and I was quite the weird about the bonus games. I did the bonus games, and I looked at them earlier on in the week. I did the games, and I swear that the games got all the dates and times of these games all got changed. So, we were waiting. I was waiting on the last game yesterday. So the games that I'm waiting on weren't exactly in order of how I've put them in there. But anyway, they've all been played. And the first game was between Real Banjul versus the Hawks, and that ended up being a 1-1 draw. And for this game, Potato Stew correctly predicted it, and Rinketic correctly predicted the draw. And also, Andy LUFC predicted the 1-1 draw. Everybody else, if you've got an orange there, it's because you predicted a draw. The next game was Mohammedan 0, Mumbai City 1. Few oranges there for that game. Up and down. The people that correctly predicted it, though, were Lee Smithy Smith, Ash P, Jimmy Talks Football, and Quez. Now, who would have known? I throw in an Indian game, and Ash P, being an Indian lady, got the correct prediction. So all I can say is Ash P knows her league. I'm going to give Ash props. Ash, you know your league. The third game, although it wasn't in order, was now I've got to remember the names of these two teams. Was Sepafam versus Perspolis. And this is the one that threw me because this result didn't come through till last night. So they must have played yesterday rather than the weekend when I thought. And the score in this game was 2-1. And the people that correctly predicted it here were, I've got to figure out. Ryan G got that one. Carl Simpson. Paul G also got that. And then on the next page, who else got it on the next page? Right, on the next page, we've got Mikey Romero got that. Totspurs got that. Nick got it. Tigaro got it. And Quez, who came in late and only put in about 5 predictions because he did these on later, ended up scoring 3 greens from the 5 predictions he did. So well done to Quez. Didn't do badly. And the last game of the weekend was in the South African League. Supersport versus Magacy, which is one of these that I put in for Hanno because Hanno said, "Can you pick a South African game?" So I did, and Hanno didn't correctly predict it. He got the right team home win, but he didn't predict the score. It was a 1-0 victory, and the people to get that one right were myself, Jimmy Hotspur, Kuva, Ian Meth, Gus Parker, Mikey Romero, Tigaro, all scored 3 points. Anyone else in orange? If you're in orange, it's because you scored a point. So what's the chat saying now then with that? What is the chat saying with that? Coach says I should have used the bigger teams in games. At least I got a point. I'm not in this one. What do you mean you're not in this one? Ah, you weren't in it this week. That's what you're saying. Yeah, you weren't in it this week. You was in it last week. You weren't in it this week, Lord Rodney. I couldn't remember. You were in it last week. You weren't in it this week. Surely Jimbo would have predicted Spurs to win 4-1, not lose. He never predicts us to lose ever. Kuva, mate, on my life, that's how it was sent to me. I read the sheet that was sent, and it said 4-1. Didn't have 1-4, said 4-1. So I've got to go with what's on the sheet, and that's what I got sent. Matthew says bonjour, Matthew. Brian Gasselberg says hello, good afternoon, sir. He says I'm suffering with a strong odour coming from my foreskin. Even washing makes no real difference. Thank you, Brian, for that. Johnny Bethnal Green says I'm so late, Jose. Nah, mate, no one's ever late. Dan Coys is here, says sorry, no weirdos allowed. Yay! Strip Bear here saying Chelsea. Yeah, it's true name for Super League. Good afternoon, Strip Bear. If I had to switch the last 2 game scores, I get 6 points, says Coach Hanno. You know what? If I could change my scores, I would have got more than 11 that I got. But it is what it is. You can only pick what you pick, and that's what you got to go with. Daniel Coy says, "Big up everyone. Busy for a while dealing with some stuff in life, but I won't allow anyone to come to Jose's chat and be a complete weirdo." Jesse's here. She says, "Good afternoon." Good afternoon, Jess. Dan, do you and Jess know what you've done? So Dan, this week, mate, you got to find you and Jesse now. Jesse has scored 5 points this week. So Jesse scored 5 points. I've just seen Matthew's here as well. Matthew, you're on the next page. How many did you get this week, Matthew? Matthew, you're near the top up there. Dan Coys, you got 6 points. Matthew, you scored 5 points. And we've got Adrian says Mudryk cost 90 million on a 9-year contract and failed a drug test. Sharapova got a 2-year ban with the same drug. I knew that there was something going on with Mudryk, but I've not read into it. I've not really looked at any football, to be honest with you. I've been busy doing other things, and I've not really had time to look at any football at all. And I knew that something had happened, but I'm not too sure. So, right, as I said, for this week, you've got 53 people took part this week, and from the 53 people that took part, 10 of them got double points. And the average points for this week are, again, I said it earlier, I think 6.7 is the average. So 6.7 being the average. If you've got 7 and above, you've been above average this week. So that takes us to the league table. The league table is as such. So we have in the league table, we have changes afoot down the bottom. So we have 107 players now. Tony at early doors started last week, first week, scored 4 points. Has gone straight into 100th. So he's jumped 8 places in his first week. Matthew, second week he's played, has jumped up into 91st. So well done, Matthew. Perchy has jumped up into 89th. So remember the deal. If you're in blue, it's your first week. If you're in green, it's because you've moved up the table. If you're in white, you've either remained the same or you've dropped. Then we have Ben Kaufman has jumped up into 81st place. Ben scored his biggest week this week and flew. He's gone up. I think he's gone up by 20 odd places because of the week that he had this week. So well done to Ben. Stacey has gone into 75th, and Mr. M, who returned to play last week for the first time in a while, has gone up into 74th. Andy into 70th. Jimmy Hotspur, who's only been playing for 3 to 4 weeks, I think, has gone into 62nd. And Custom Spoons has gone into 59th. 58th is Leo. 51st is Neil. 50th is Grant. Ash P had a tremendous week. 13 points she scored. Has gone into 47th. Potato Stew has gone into 44th. Vindaloo had an excellent week as well this week. Has gone into 42nd. Side Dancer up into 40th. Colin has moved up into 39th. Chang has moved up to 37th. And up there in 30th place, you can see Neil. Round Table Talk. Before I show you the rest of it, let's see if we can catch up. Matthew says, no way, my lucky number. Did someone say weirdo? You got people saying hello to each other. Oh, no one's saying. No one's saying much. No one's saying much. We got to the top 30 there. Right. Let's go to the next part of the table. Just going to change the setting. Just to make sure that we're okay. We need to look after ourselves. Right. Setting changed. There we go. Right. So, league table. The league table. Right. So, the top part of the league table. Let me just see what the comments are coming in. Welcome to the 100 Club, Nick, says Mickey Romero. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think a couple of people went into the 100 Club this week. I think Nick was one of them. Nick was definitely one of them. But the top of the table is as such. Hanno has also broken into the top 100. Into the 100 points. So we now currently have 30 people on 100 points. And just behind, you've got people just behind waiting to break the 100. But the table has been moving. You have Tigaro with the 13 points this week has moved into 26th. David Shear has moved into 21st. Mikey Romero with a good week he's had this week has moved into 17th. Paul G, 14th. Quez into 13th. David Clark's up into 10th. Jose has moved into 5th. And we have a change at the top. Mr. Graham has now gone top, level on points, but has had more correct predictions, and therefore is on top. Whether it's on goal difference, if you like, or not, Mr. Graham has caught. The rabbit has been caught. So they both sit on 170 points. Everything changes week to week. And I said this all along, everything will change week to week. I won't be counting my chickens yet, like I kept saying last week, because I remember the lead I had on Hotspurs, and Hotspurs just kept chipping away, chipping away, chipping away, and then Daz ended up winning it in the last few weeks. So, yeah, I take nothing for granted in this game. And if we're being honest to each other, the results we've had this week are absolutely mental in the sense that, you know, you would not have predicted a lot of the results that came around this week. Well, you got here. You got smash the likes, all right. So you've got Graham says he's got a nosebleed. Drew says we have a new leader. We do. Mikey says 22nd to 17th. Yep, you've gone up. You've gone up. Way to go, Graham. You got Drew saying stay humble to Daniel. You got a Gratz coming in. You got Ranji says a fair play, Graham, topping both the predictions leagues now. Graham says the only way is down. Mikey Romero says, as laughing, the coach, Sahana Shan 100 Club, fire. Only 65 points behind. Hoover says he's happy with his predictions. It's the correct scores that kills me. Yeah, Kuva has loads. Kuva gets lots of points. Ed M says he's out of the top 20. That's Christmas cancelled. 22nd, Ed. But saying that, 19th, 20th, and 21st, they're only 2 points ahead of you. There's 3 of them. So it's each week. Each week is like it's going to be different. I haven't looked for this weekend because I haven't worked it out yet. I think. Oh, God, Nick. Right, let me just have a quick look because then I can ask you guys the question. Next week we've got matches this weekend, haven't we? I think. Yeah, we've got matches this weekend, haven't we? Right, so this weekend we have. Is there any game on Friday? No. So there's games on Saturday. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Premiership games Saturday, and the other 5 are on Sunday. So week 17 will be this weekend. Right, nothing on the 23rd. Is anyone playing? No one's playing that day. No one's playing Christmas Day. So, okay. The 26th, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 games being played on the 26th, 2 games on the 27th. Okay, so shit, man. How are we going to do this? Right. I'll tell you how we're going to do this. Right. Ooh, oh my God, it's going to be tough. Right. Got to choose how we're going to do this, guys, because week 17 is this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. But week 18 starts on Thursday the 26th. But the first game is at 12:30. I'm not doing a show on Christmas Day. I don't really want to do on Christmas Eve. Right. Tell you what we're going to do. Right. On the 23rd, the Monday, what we'll do, I don't think we've got any plans for the Monday. Right. This is I'm going to say it as I think it is at the moment. I'm not sure I've got any plans for Monday. But if we do it, we'll go for on the Monday, next Monday, we'll have the prediction. We'll have to do another double show. It's going to have to be the predictions. So the results from week 17, we'll do them on Monday. And straight after the results, we do the predictions for week 18, which is for Boxing Day's games. Or we can do the predictions first and then do the results after. But Monday's going to have to be a double week. So please bear that in mind. Monday will have to be a double week. So if you've got games on the Thursday, there's 8 games. Is that right? Yeah. Friday there's 2 games. Is there any games on Saturday? No. Sunday? Yeah. Okay. So this is where it gets even more interesting. We're going to have to do a prediction show. Oh my God, this is getting worse. We're going to have to do a prediction show on Saturday the 28th as well. 29th, the 6th, 3, 20th. There's nothing on the 30th. Are we playing again on the 1st? Arsenal. Scottish Championship, Premier League again. Right. Why are Arsenal the only team playing on New Year's Day? There's 3 games on them. Right. So on Saturday the 28th, we're going to have to do another prediction show on the 28th because there's games on the 29th and on the 30th, and the last game is on New Year's Day. And then Friday we come back to normal and do the predictions for the week after. Right. So it just means we're going to have a logjam of it's just going to be a logjam of games. No. I am going to put right. Let me see what you lot are saying. Right, we've got Ellie's here. Ellie, I will show you the league table in a minute, Ellie, and scores. She says, "Hi, Jose, big up all. Please smash the like button for our Jose." Spurs. Adrian says, "I am using the correct numbers, but in the wrong order." Drula says, "Daniel, man, come on, brother, get the alphabet plan in gear." Cheers, Drew. It will probably change now on a weekly basis. Lots in and around, says Graham. Graham, knowing Daniel, he's taking you down. Alan's here. Hello, Alan. Hope you're well. Hi, Jose in the chat. Do the 2 predictions you want to show. Yeah, you're gonna have to watch. There's gonna be so many matches this week, or these 2 weeks coming up, that it's going to be nearly every other day we're going to have prediction shows. If I can't make it, maybe just share the results. I'm not going to give you the results, am I? Jose, be easier workload without the bonus games over Christmas. If there are any games, I will put them in. If there isn't any games, then I won't put them in. So for Alan, Rinketic is here now. So for Rinketic, I'm not sure how much you've got of this show so far, but for Alan, Rinketic, and for Queen Ellie, this is how you did this week. Oh my God, I've got to take that off. Let me take that off. Right, this is how you did this week. So now I've got you find you. So who am I looking for? I'm looking for Alan, Rinketic, and Ellie. So on the first page, Rinketic, you're right down the bottom of the first page. You scored 8 points this week, Rinketic. 8 points. Ellie, you're further up. You're about 7th down on the list. Ellie, you scored 4 points this week. So in Ketic, you got 8. Ellie got 4. And Senor Rakdos, you're about 4th or 5th from the top, Alan. Alan, you scored 8 points. So Rinketic got 8. Alan got 8. Ellie, you got 4. And what that's done to the league tables is Rinketic, you had moved. Where are you? Where have you gone? Because you did move. No, you haven't. Rinketic, you're 73rd. You're 73rd now, Rinketic. And then if I go further up here, I think Ellie has moved. Ellie, you're 38th. So you're 38th, Ellie. And then Alan, you're 18th. But this week we got 30 players. So the 2 players that we got this week that have joined the 100 Club were Hanno. Let me remember, it's 29th and 30th. Hanno and Nick have both joined the 100 Club. And if you look behind the 100 Club there, you got the Wiz on 99, Gus on 98, Nita on 98, Bobby on 93, Nigel Purecoy's on Raw. It's a good week for them. They'll be on 100. Put it this way, if I look down this table, if people play, we've got games this week, haven't we? We've got games this week. So if people play for the next 3, well, we've got 4 games. We've probably got another 4 games to go. We've got Liverpool Forest. Then we'll have another game, and then we've got the game. There's 4 weeks left in the next 2 weeks. There's 4 games in the next 2 weeks. If people scored an average of, I don't know, 8 points in each of the weeks, not including the bonus, even with bonus games, if you scored an average of 8 points, that gives you 32 points. So basically, if people play the next 4 weeks, anyone from 68 and above, so anyone from Ash P upwards, we could have another 17 players on 100 points in the next 4 weeks. If people did extremely well, like really, really well, and scored a bit higher, like 10 points on average, near enough a week, then you've got people like Julie, Jesse, Kate, Neil, Grant, Matty, Phil Coyce could also do that. So in the next 4 weeks, people scored well enough. There's no right reason why the top 54 cannot be over 100 points. So it's all to play for. All to play for. And we got Daniel Coyce says, Trula says, Daniel giving Graham a little taster of how it feels to be in top dog. Daniel Coyce comes back at this one. What's he saying? Graham, you have made me bring my second plan into it now, mate. And he also says he won't be there for long, Drula. That's not a promise. That's a guarantee. God, look at this. This is it. Look, Dan, I'm still working on plan A. A lucky guessing each week. Nick says, I don't know if you all know this, but I'm a kind of a big deal. Daniel says, you have motivated me now. You've motivated me more now. That is serious. Roundtable Talk says 100 Club, says Nick. Listen, I keep saying to you guys, there are so many people that can break into the 100 points. It's not even 100. I'm telling you, people will get to 300 this week. This season, and there's people who are going to get to 200 and loads. I said about 70. If people play week in, week out, I said 70 can make 100 points comfortably this year. 70 people easily. It just depends whether people stick with it or not. Drula says it's fighting talk and she's taking bets. Where's our Drew? Because our Drew, the real deal Holyfield as I call her, she just went off. She went on fire, flying along, and then all of a sudden she's petered. She's like stuttering, like picking 4 and 5 points a week, where before she was picking double figures up. So where's our Drew? She is currently in 23rd, Drula. You've definitely. I mean, you're 121 points, Drula, but I mean, the people in the top 20 are only 4 points ahead of you at the moment. But the thing is, they're probably doing it a bit more consistently than you. The people that missed out last week, the people that's missed out this week, just so people know, the people that I can see that have missed out is Chris Peters is in 15th, and Chris Peters hasn't predicted for 2 weeks. He's on 130 points and he's missed 2 weeks. He hasn't predicted for 2 weeks, Chris. Now we know that Chris had stuff going on with his personal life through work and stuff like that. And I wish Chris all the very best, but he's someone that hasn't played this week or for the last 2 weeks. He sits in 15th on 130 points. But then right below him, got Big John, who last week didn't predict. Big John. Don't know where Big John was. He normally sends me a message. He hasn't sent me a message at all, so I don't know what happened to Big John last week, but he didn't predict. Looking further down into 19th, Destiny 5. Destiny 5 didn't predict last week, and the week before that, made out of the 13 or 14 games, he made 1 prediction and then missed the rest of the show. Didn't leave them on the stream after the show. Hasn't done them this week either. So there's a few people there that if you don't play, then you're not going to score points, and therefore people have opportunities to overtake. As I look further down the list, is there anyone else that I can see? So if I go further down the list in 35th place, Nigel Pure-Coys didn't predict this week. In a hype in 41st, didn't predict this week. DJ Samuel, 45th, Spurs analyst in 46th, didn't predict this week. Phil Coyce in 48th, Matty Cushion in 49th, both didn't predict this week. Julian 54th, Mark Cousins 55th, Dave Williams 56th, they didn't predict this week. Ansborn 61st didn't predict this week. Anthony Herbert in 63rd, Mark Cook, Lord Rodney, Talk Spurs, Angus, Adrian Cheer, Scott Colliver, all in between Jimmy Hotspur and Andy Oh, you see, didn't predict. Then you've got Scott D and Scott M, who didn't predict, but Rinketic did, and he's in 73rd. Then the people in between Mum Overlord and Ben didn't predict this week. And the people between Ben and Perchy don't think predicted. And then you've got Matthew predicted, because Matthew jumped up the league. So there's Matthew. Matthew predicted, Perchy predicted. And then you've got Tony Early Doors Football predicted. So, like I said, it's up to people. You've got plenty of opportunity to come back and make points. And points make prizes. Lord Rodney's saying he's only done 3 shows. Oh, I don't know. You might have done a slightly more than 3, because if you've done 3, that would be 10 points on average each time, Lord Rodney. Mikey says. So you're saying I have a chance, Jose? Top 10 is my gut. Everybody, as I said, the way that I see it, the way that I've just broken it down of who's played and who hasn't played this week, it's, you know, if you play the game and you predict and you score points, then that's how you push up. Scoring points is going to make you push up. Obviously, it's dependent on who does it around you. If you're consistently playing and not missing any weeks, you're consistently going to go and make points up on other people. So, like I said, Mikey, for me, you're right. You sit on 128 points, and I'm not going to teach people how to suck eggs here. We're in week 16, Mikey, and you're on 128 points. The season is 38 games, so we still got 38 games, so we still have 22 more games to go. If you currently sit on 128 after 16 games, where do you think you'll sit with a further 22 match weeks? If you just minimum doubled your figure, you'd be on 256 points, wouldn't you? So it's down to you. Vindaloo has joined. Look at that. Vindaloo, better late than never, my friend. Vindaloo, where are you? Vindaloo, where are you? Right, Vindaloo, where are you? Vindaloo, you are 1, 2, 3, 4. You're about 5th from the top there, Vindaloo. You were joint person of the week with some other people, Vindaloo. You scored 13 points, Vindaloo. If you can see your points up there, mate, you can see what you scored. You scored 30 points, Vindaloo. 13, should I say. 13, Vindaloo. Are you happy with that? You happy with your 13 points? Right, is he happy with that? Yes, great. Right, so Vindaloo, what you've done with your 13 points is you've moved up into. Can you see there? You're in green, Vindaloo. If you move, you're in green. That means you've gone up in the league. You've gone with your 13 points this week, Vindaloo. You've gone into 42nd place. You now sit on 79 points. 21 points off 100 points, Vindaloo. You're another one that, you know, playing every week. And if you turn up on time, don't tell anyone I said that, though. And if you play every week, then no doubt you will climb the league as well, sir. There you go. Vindaloo's thanking people for thanking him. So, like I said, 6.7 was the score this week. I am going to have a look and see what games there are this week, and then we'll get ready. So the next show, the next prediction show will be game week 17. Will be, is it Friday? Oh, God, I'm getting mixed up with all these dates. Friday's the 20th. Oh, come on. Let's have a look. Right, there's no game then. Right, so the next show will be on Friday, where we go into week 17. And as I've said, because there's matches being played on Boxing Day, on Monday the 23rd, so Friday is week 17. Monday the 23rd will be the results for week 17 and predictions for week 18. And then on Saturday the 28th, Yeah, on Saturday the 28th, it will be a results show for week 18 and the predictions for week 19. So it's another double show. And then I think, if I'm right, yeah. And then what will happen is on Friday the 3rd or Thursday the 2nd or Friday the 3rd, we then revert back to normal and we move on to the next week. Yeah. And we move on to the next week. So without further ado, I think that covers everything there. So yeah, look, people, listen to I'm sorry, look out for the dates, but they're the kind of dates I'm looking at the moment to do it, so we keep running these prediction shows. I wish you all the very, very best for the remainder of this week. I will be, if I pop on shows this week, I will do, and if I do anything, just look at the notification bell. It's just at this time of the year, you've got all the family stuff happening. So with that, I can't really say I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but I'll commit to the prediction shows for the time being. So we will get onto the prediction shows and we will all take it from there. Ellie, did you get to see where you were? Because I did put it on there for you. I'm just looking at the news 5 hours ago. Spurs, Bentancur loses appeal over a 7-match ban. So he's lost his appeal over a 7-match ban, Bentancur. What does it say? Tottenham Hotspur Rodrigo Bentancur will serve the final 2 matches of his 7-match ban after the Football Association dismissed his appeal. The Uruguay midfielder was given a ban. Right, so that means he hasn't been given anything further by missing, by not winning his appeal. He's not got anything further, any further bans. No one's added to it, but it just shows that he misses Thursday's game against Man United. He'll miss Sunday's game against Liverpool, but then he's back. He's back, and he can be considered for the game on Boxing Day against Forest. So that 7-game ban that he got has gone by pretty quickly. Have we suffered? Yeah, of course we have. We've suffered because our matches have been up and down. But he's another player to add back to the squad. So yeah, you've got that. I can just see that yeah, your Mudryk thing is that he's failed a drug test. But it doesn't say no more than I haven't done it. And Wolves look like they were agreeing a deal for Victor Pereira to become their new boss. I mean, Ryan G will have something to say about that, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about Victor Pereira because it's all right bringing in a manager, but if you're not going to give him the players either, and you're going to keep selling players because that's your mantra and that's the way you do things, it might be difficult for him as well. So 51 predicts, and if I was 101 like my mate Daniel Coys, I would have been on 160 plus on average, says Vindaloo. Graham says, Jose, thanks again. It's a great fun and banner. Daniel, mate, Christmas #1, 2024, Spurs GCTV. Ellie says, all in the chat, don't forget to smash a like. Yep, I always say that, but I don't know, sometimes it falls on deaf ears. But what I'll do, just because you reminded me, let me put the ticker tape up there. Spurs GCTV, well done, man. But I am coming. It's a long season. Alan says, have a wonderful day, Jose, and to everyone in the chat. Daniel says, Graham, I'm taking that #1 back before Christmas, mate. I'm not going to be a party pooper for you two guys. I said to you last week, all right, is I wouldn't just worry about each other. I'd worry about the rest of the people in and around and those that can come in later because it's it's a mighty old season. Finn's here. Finn, bear with me a second. I'll show you what you did this week. Mikey Ramirez says, be safe, Jose, and hope all remains well. Thank you very much, Mikey. Have a great rest of the week, everybody, says Queen Ellie. Jose, so this week will be Friday. So when's next week's games? So Vindaloo, I looked at all that, and now you're asking me to look at it again. So this week, Vindaloo, the normal show will be on Friday because the games are taking place Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, so Friday is a normal show, but I will say, right, is I am busy with family and other things to do at this time of the year. So if people are late, and it might end up being that I'm saying that people are late, and I might have to say to people, leave them on the stream after. It might have to be that way because at the end of the day, keep having to traversing all the time, you know. So yeah, this Friday will be this week's games. They're being played Saturday and Sunday. So on Monday there will be a results show and the predictions for Boxing Day's games. Yeah. And then on the Saturday of that week, it will be the results show and then predictions again for the following week's games because they start on Sunday of the following week or whatever. So you just have to keep watching and see it. Bentley is one of our best players and he's inconsistent. That just sums us up. They're apparently backing him, he says, in January. Cunha will be banned soon as well, charged by the FA today. I saw that something had happened, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Finn is here, says big up Jose. Finn, just for you, Finn. Where are you? Mr. Rickwood. Right, Finn. You didn't do the whole week, so where was you, Finn? There you go. Finn, you're just under halfway down, right? You only predicted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You only predicted 8 games, Finn. You went away from the show, didn't come back, didn't leave them on the stream or anything, mate. You scored 4 points last week, Finn. 4 points. You missed 6 games. You predicted 8 and you missed out 6. You scored 4 points, Finn. And what that then did you in the table, right, where did that put you? Where did that leave you in the table? Because I think you might have moved up slightly. Or did you move down? No, Finn, you're 43rd. You're 43rd, Finn. With your 4 points, it got you into 43rd place, yeah? What's Cunha done? I think Cunha, he grabbed someone by the face. It was going up to his face and all that. So, I'm keeping an eye on you as well, Jose. Don't quietly sneaking up close in the league, but until you're a problem, my focus is only on the top place, mate. It's not me I'm talking about, Dan. I ain't talking about me. There's a load of people there that you got to look out for. I'm going to show you this league table again, and I did this last week to you guys. It changes around so quickly. Like I said, I was hunted last year. Hotspurs hunted me down and got me and overtook me in the last few weeks, and I was leading for ages. Hotspur admittedly was second, third, but I was leading for ages, and he hunted me down. You look at that league table there. With no disrespect, you go down to Peter Kagaias on 114 points because that's the one you can see on 27th. So that puts him 56 behind you. Yeah. There's no reason why Peter Kagaias in 22 weeks, it's only been 16 weeks, in 22 weeks can't come and hunt down people in front of him. And it's not just me. I mean, at the end of the day, if you look at third right through to, let's say just to Ryan Jean 7th, there's a 5 point difference between third and 7th at the moment. People ain't that far away from you. You and Graham sit 13 points in front of Carl Simpson, 15 in front of Kuva, 16 in front of me, 17 in front of Ian, 18 in front of Ryan. Top Spurs is there, Adrian, David Clark. There's loads of people on this list that can catch up because there's so many weeks left to go. So all I just say is watch out for everybody. It's not just me or one other person. It's everybody. Vindaloo says, Jose, big up in the chat. Got to do some shopping. Always late. Getting gifts. I'll catch you Friday for more Vindaloo loving. No, he grabbed someone by the face and he ripped their glasses off and he was just he was going at their faces and pushing people around, and I think I may have thrown a punch. You'd have to have a look. You'd have to look. LM says thanks, Jose, and good evening, everyone. Thank you very much. Rinketti says, I think Kuba got hacked because he said he always goes for 7-3. He does. Right, people, like I said, I'm going to see you all Friday. Right, I wish each and every one of you all the very best, and I shall see you all Friday. Like I said, hit the notification bell, then you'll know when we're on. But Friday is the day we're looking at for the next set of predictions. So come in Friday, and that'll be week 17's predictions. and then on Friday I'll probably have to explain again what we're doing. It will give me some time between now and Friday. I'll probably do it tonight, if not tomorrow morning. I'll look to see what other games there may well be to do some bonus games. If there are no games to put bonus games in, then I won't do so. But if there are, then I'll throw them in there. So yeah, Friday, people, thank you very much for joining me today. Listen, as always, it's come on you Spurs and a big hand your trust. And I thank each and every one of you, and I wish you all the very best until I next see you all. Yeah, so take care, everyone. Be good to each other. See you later.